1 year ago, Ethan was unemployed, broke, and battling depression. One simple habit at 5 a.m. changed everything. This is the story of a young man named Ethan, who lived in a cramped apartment in South London. With Ethan nothing but a college degree and a pile of rejection letters. While the rest of the world slept at night, Ethan would be lost in the light of his mobile phone. Who would go to bed at 3 a.m. and wake up at 12 p.m. When he opened his eyes in bed, the first thing he would feel was shame. He would lock himself in his room all day to avoid seeing his elderly father's bent back and his mother's hopeful eyes. Hundreds of job applications had been rejected. Ethan was at that stage of depression, where a person begins to hate his own existence. He would stay up late at night and, scrolling through LinkedIn, would see his colleagues getting promotions, buying houses, and living their dreams, and he would be bitter inside. Puffy eyes, disheveled hair, and irritability had become Ethan's hallmark. Ethan was trapped in a vicious cycle. His father, Arthur, was a retired blue-collar worker who spent his life grinding. Arthur was very upset to see his son fading away. One night, the door to Ethan's room slowly opened. Arthur came into Ethan's dark room. Ethan was lost in the light of his mobile phone on the bed. Arthur placed a heavy hand on his shoulder and said in a low voice, "Ethan, you can't fix a broken life with broken routines. The world belongs to those who conquer the morning. You just wake up at 5 a.m. for a week and then see how your destiny changes. There are no excuses." With that, Arthur left, but the words echoed in the silence. For the first time in 2 years, Ethan set his alarm for 4:45 a.m. and went to sleep. When the alarm went off at 4:45 a.m., Ethan's eyes opened. But his whole body felt like it was tied to the bed. His mind made excuses. "I'm too tired today. I'll start tomorrow." But with his father's words ringing in Ethan's ears, Ethan jerked the blanket away, got up, washed his face with cold water, and went out into the street. London was quiet. The air was crisp, sharp, and biting. No traffic. No sirens. Just the faint rustle of the wind. He started walking toward Hyde Park. As the clock struck 5 a.m., the first rays of twilight began to break through the gray clouds. For the first time in months, Ethan didn't feel the suffocating noise of the world. He wasn't late for anything. No one was emailing him. No one was judging him. He sat on a park bench, closed his eyes, and just breathed. The loneliness that had terrified him at 3 a.m. suddenly felt like absolute power at 5:00 a.m. Ethan made the 5 a.m. deadline his life's law. He divided his morning into 3 non-negotiable blocks. In the first phase, 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m., he would run through empty streets. The physical pain of the sprint killed the mental ghost of depression. In the second phase, 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., while the rest of the world slept, Ethan would sit with a steaming mug of black coffee, learning high-ticket digital skills, UX design, and AI prompts. His mind was a sponge. No distractions. In the third phase, 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., he would send emails to companies, work on his portfolio, and apply for jobs with a fresh and refreshed mind. By 8 a.m., while the rest of the city was aggressively rushing to catch the tube or stuck in traffic, Ethan had already won his day. Nothing had changed on the outside in the first 10 days. The bank account was still low. But on the inside, Ethan was a completely different man. He was no longer a victim. He was an attacker. 3 months later, Ethan's life was still on the 5 a.m. journey. It was 5:15 a.m. Ethan was analyzing a complex design framework when an alert popped up on his screen. A tech startup based in Austin, Texas, had just posted an urgent contract role on a global freelancing platform. Due to the time zone difference, it was 11:15 p.m. in Texas. The founder, a stressed-out entrepreneur named Sarah, needed to redesign a key landing page before a pitch to a major investor at 9 a.m. Texas time. Most UK freelancers wouldn't see the post for another 4 hours. But there Ethan was. Wide awake. Ready, set. He sent out a highly detailed pitch within 3 minutes. Sarah, stunned to receive a response from a top-tier designer at the time, jumped on the Zoom call right away. Ethan's energy was infectious. He didn't look like a grumpy guy who had just rolled out of bed. He looked like a professional who was already ahead of the clock. He took the job right there. He pulled off an intense 3-hour sprint, delivered the design, and by 9 a.m. UK time, $1,500 was in his account. That single 5 a.m. connection blew the door open. Sarah recommended him to her network in Silicon Valley. Within 6 months, Ethan's freelance hustle had grown into a fully operational digital agency, one crisp morning. Exactly a year later, Ethan stood by his apartment window, holding a cup of coffee, looking out at the city skyline. Arthur walked in, looking at his son, now sharp, confident, and financially independent. Ethan smiled, hugged his father, and whispered, "You were right." Waking up at 5 a.m. doesn't just change your schedule. It rewrites your destiny. So, to anyone listening, whether you're stuck in a dead-end job, facing unemployment in a brutal economy, or feeling lost in life, stop trying to fix your life at night when your energy is drained and your thoughts are dark. The world is a crowded, noisy place, but at 5 a.m. the playing field is completely empty. Win the morning, and you win the day. Win the day, and you win your life. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off at 4:45 a.m., what choice are you going to make?